Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian welcoming you to the first episode of a brand new series, Twilight Struggle. Twilight Struggle is actually a board game designed for 2 players in which you refight the Cold War, and it is one of my favorite games of all time. So I was super pumped to see that it was available digitally. We're going to dive right in, create a game. We won't play with... So I got the Turn 0 expansion, which unlocks a lot of additional rules. We're not going to do that. We will play with the optional cards. We won't play with the optional space race track. I'm going to play the Soviet Union the first time through. So you can pick different avatars if you want to, but who doesn't want to be a bear? Let's be honest. And let's start the game. Okay. So I know there's a lot going on in this game. The purpose, you can win Twilight Struggle in 3 ways. Number 1, at the end of the game you can have the most points. 2, you force the other player to go for DEFCON 1. 3, you control Europe. I'm the Soviet Union, so I get to place my influence first. I can place any of these blinking boxes. Okay, perfect. I was hoping we could zoom in. If you match the number, you have control of the country. So let's do that for let's do that for Poland. Notice the token flipped over? There we go. And because they get bonuses, we're going to control Romania too. Poland is a battleground country. You can tell by the red banner at the top. Romania is not, but strategically it does matter. We commit to our decision.
На здравствует наша славная Родина, ее свобода, ее независимость.
I can't hear exactly what's happening, so I can't tell you what they're saying, but... Okay. The game is divided into 7 turns. Continue. So you have to pick one of our headline cards. So these cards here with the white stars are American cards. The red ones are Soviet cards. What the Cambridge 5 does. Oh, we can see all the scoring cards and we get free influence. We're going to headline the Cambridge 5. They pick CIA created. Mine will go into effect first. So we know that the US has the Asia scoring card. So we want to make sure we get as much of Asia as we can. And I get a free influence anywhere in Asia. Let's put it in Pakistan. CIA created means they get to look at my hand, and then they get to conduct operations. Okay, this is good actually. We can use NATO because it can't be played as an event.
Of the 20th century is the challenge of human relations and not of impersonal natural forces.
Oh, I see. The US used the CIA created to attempt to cause a coup in Pakistan, and they failed. So if the other person makes a DEFCON hit 1, you win the game. Okay, we need Milops points at some point. We're going to burn NATO. We're going to play some influence. Perfect. Why am I doing this? Because there's an Asia scoring card. I want to get control of all the Asian battlegrounds because there are bonuses involved. Okay, here's the US's turn. What are they going to do? Taking their sweet time. That's kind of cool. Oh, they get a bonus to all their operations cards, and they try for a coup in Syria. But why? Curious. I know they're doing it for the military ops, which is fine as these things go. There will never be a better time to play the China card. Oh, this is super dangerous, but it's totally worth it if we can pull it off. Coup attempt. We're going to try a coup in South Korea. So I'll get 5 military ops. I win on a 5 or a 6. On a 4... Yeah, this is absolutely worth it. Let's roll. We succeeded! And now we get the military ops, which means no penalty at the end of the game, at the end of the turn. And we now control South Korea. Brilliant. They don't need any more military ops points. So what are you gonna do? Okay. So because they played the card, I get to use it as an event. But they also get to use it for whatever it is they use it for. Probably for influence. Okay, what do we want to do now? I want to get Thailand if I can pull it off, because Thailand is the only other battleground. What does decolonization do again? Oh, perfect. Oh, this is exactly what I want. 1, 2... Three, 4. I know I'm not explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing for this first playthrough. I'll try to do a better job of it in the future. Of explaining why I'm playing the cards I am. Basically, I'm going whole hog for Asia because the AI foolishly let me see their Asia scoring card because of the card I played in the headline phase. Oh, there's a little clock up there that says how long it's going to take. That's kind of neat. I didn't know that was there. Korean War, they're using it as a coup, which means I could play it as an event, but there's no point. They've had a really bad luck with that. Okay. It doesn't matter. I couldn't have won or lost it. It's mine anyway, because I own both North and South Korea. Now, if I play the Olympic Games, I will lose the game. Let me show you why. If he boycotts, he degrades DEFCON to 1, which means I lose the game. So instead, we want to burn it on the space race, if we can. Oh, we need 2 ops and roll a 1 to 3. I'm going to burn Special Relationship, because this is a bad card. This is a card that benefits the U.S., not the Soviets. So we're going to burn it on the space race. So if we get a 1 to 3, we advance and we get 2 VPs, 2 victory points. But we fail, so we get nothing. But still, that's a card that can't hurt us. What are you going to do, U.S.? The space race has lots of cool advantages as you go up the track, which we can look at here. Including being able to play, getting discard a card for any reason, and taking 8 rounds. Is he going to discard? He did, okay. So he put a point in Iran. Okay. Oh, we just got control over Iran. That's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great either. What does this let me do? I'm going to play this for influence. Control in Thailand. I can't get Japan this turn. There's nothing I can do about Japan. So I won't be able to get domination for scoring. But I should get a pretty sizable sum too. Regardless. Let's... 2 in Iraq. Can I put... Oh, I can't put one in Saudi Arabia. That would actually be a really good idea. Alright, let's put one in France. Yeah, I'm going to put one in France. He plays Asia scoring. It's a smart decision. So I gain 12 points. So I have domination, which means I control more battleground countries and more countries in total. So I get 7 points for domination. I get 5 for holding 5 battlegrounds. I don't have any adjacent to a superpower, and I can't. So this means it's a net increase of 9 points. If I get net 20 points, I win the game. So that was a really good call for me. And now we have to play smart. I've got to try to make sure I don't lose any influence anywhere else. I can't get enough to get control of France. Oh, I can see scoring that way. That's cool. That's really cool, actually. If I'm ever going to shake Japan from the US, I got to start moving toward it. Place it for influence, please. And I'm putting one in the Philippines so I can touch Japan later on if I need to. From one uncontrolled country in Europe. Oh, you threw me out of France. Well... So DEFCON will change. Neither one of us lost any victory points. We've made our mill ops.
The seeds of totalitarian regimes are nurtured by misery and want. They spread and grow in the evil soil.
DEFCON improves every turn.
They reach their full growth when the hope of a people for a better life has died.
Okay, we have the Europe scoring card. Who lost China? If the USSR holds the China card... Oh, that's kind of neat. This is actually a potentially big problem. Because we have the Europe scoring card, and we're not going to be able to make much of a dent in Europe, I don't think. Well, this tells us how many points it would change. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. The thing is, I'm not going to be able to get a battleground, and it's only going to get worse. I'm going to do something that might seem counterintuitive. I'm going to play the Europe scoring card as my headline card, because it'll never get better for me. It could only get worse. So I think this is the best choice. They pick Kremlin flu. What does that do? I have to play a scoring card, and if there is no scoring card, I lose my hand. Damn, that's nasty. I'm just gonna lose my turn. I can't do anything about that. You sneaky little shit. That was a good card. Okay, I think what we do this turn is we build toward the Arab-Israeli war. I have to discard a card, and if it's a U.S. event, it happens immediately. And they just got a coup in Syria, which is not ideal. Okay, what are the bonuses for Arab-Israeli war? If the U.S. controls Israel, which they don't... And what's adjacent to Israel? Syria. So I played that, I would get a 1. I would get a -1. This is the card I'm going to hold on to, actually, because I need to build up a better hand for that. Indo-Pakistani war would gain me nothing. I would just get free military points. Do I want a coup? Not with only a +2. I'm gonna see how the AI reacts. I'm gonna burn defectors on the space race. And we succeeded, so we got 2 victory points. Okay. What are you gonna do, US player? What do you have in your hand? Oh, damn it. I can't get into Japan. You burned it for influence. You have the Arab-Israeli war. And actually, this is now totally worth it. Because if I win this war, I get everything. Can I do a coup in Syria? I'm going to burn Indo-Pakistani war in a coup attempt. Can I do one in Syria? I can. I have to get a pretty decent roll to win it, but if I do, it'll... it's... You know what? It's not U.S. control. So I'm going to do Arab-Israeli war next turn. Because what it means is that if I win the war, I get Israel. Which is really good. And that unlocks a lot of the rest of the thing here. Independent Reds. That's not ideal. Oh, he's just playing stuff as... I see. Alright, Arab-Israeli war. Let's do it. Ah, I freaking failed. Oh, you butthole. You got Egypt. I wasn't paying attention. Damn it. That would have been really cool if I would have won, but I didn't. Wait, why did you get credit for Egypt? You didn't control Egypt. Oh, you took Syria back. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. Fidel. So I just got Cuba. And he's taking up. You're not going to like this. I'm going to play Nasser, and I'll get Egypt next. I bet he's got a Middle East scoring card. Because he's playing awfully aggressively in the Middle East. There's not much I can do about that. What's the next track of the space race? I can do 2 space race cards a turn. That's actually really good. He's got the Middle Eastern scoring card. I get a bonus to Vietnam. And they won the military coup in Egypt. This is actually pretty bad. We need a battleground, and we need it now. I'm going to play this for influence, because it'll give us control of Iraq. I want 5 influence in Eastern Europe. I really don't like using this card for influence, but it's a
So my country's purpose is to help us move out of the dark chamber of horrors into the light.
You don't have the
to
Middle
find
East
a way
scoring. I
by
do.
which the minds
Shit.
of men, the hopes of men, the souls of men everywhere can move forward toward peace and happiness and well-being.
This is such a good card. I have to play it. Subtracts all their operations by 1. I know I'm not explaining things super well. You play special relationship. NATO's not in effect, so that's not the worst card that could have happened. Basically, so I have the Middle East scoring card. I need to do everything I can to try to get control. At least get as much as possible. Almost the point of playing Marshall Plan would be worth it. For a coup? Oh, Marshall Plan would be worth it. And I could take Iran and they couldn't get it back very easily. Do it. You can have the event first. It'll let them play NATO, but fortunately NATO is already out of the deck right now, and this is too good a chance to take Iran. So in order to beat Iran, you have to beat half the role or something. I don't remember off the top of my head.
And that there are no international problems which men of goodwill cannot solve or adjust.
Coup attempt. DEFCON is at 3. Here you go. So the coup defense is twice the number here. If we get a 5 or if we get anything but a 1 or 2, we're going to do some serious damage. We got a 3. Not ideal. But it does make it harder for them to do a lot. We need to get Iran and Saudi Arabia if we can get both of them. And Iraq back if we can. Shit, we need a lot. U.S. finally played the China card for influence. I think you realize how dangerous the Middle East is right now. We can't play the China card till next turn. What does this do? I don't like the idea of that card. No, that would end the game. If I'd have played that anywhere but on the space race. It's okay, I play UN intervention. This cancels the card. And we're gonna use it on duck and cover. 1, 2, 3. That was a good combination. Oh, this is tense. If we get to 20 victory points, we win the game. A NORAD is not a big deal. It gives them control of a non-battleground, though. And I don't have a non-battleground at all. One influence in 3 countries. No, because he's going to use it on, whatchamajigger. This isn't the worst thing in the world. It gives Taiwan, because yeah, we'll do that first. You can have Formosan resolution, and I'll use it for influence. There we go. I'm going to play the Middle East scoring card as long as you don't take Iraq from me. If they let me keep Iraq, I'm going to play the Middle East scoring card. If you see this, by this means you can't do any coup attempts in the Middle East because of the DEFCON. That's fine. Don't you frickin' play it in the Middle East, you bastards. Oh, I get my pick first. I see. Don't you dare take Iraq from me. I should have done a realignment roll to kick him out of Iraq. I didn't think of that. Actually, I can't do realignment rolls in the Middle East. Playing influence. Shit, you took Iran from me. Okay, how many actions are left? I think there are 2 actions left. Action round 4, so there is... So So there's 3 left for each of us, okay. I hate to do this, but I have to. I need to make sure I've got as much of the Middle East as I can pull off. Yeah, go ahead. You can do your thing. They can take Poland away from me, but I can just put one right back in there of my influence. I have Poland back. I have Iran back. I'm actually going to put 2 in Iran because I don't want the US getting it back easily. Okay. If the US leaves the Middle East alone, I'm going to jump on it. We both have presidents who both have the same number of battlegrounds. This is a wash. Oh great, you play Arab-Israeli war. Oh, you played it as the war, I see. Yeah, it was impossible for me to win that war, so they had the event go first. Damn it, they're using it for influence. He's in the Middle East. Oh, he's not. Okay. It's neutral. Nothing changes. Given where the US was at the beginning of this round with the Middle East scoring card, that's actually really good. I'm totally fine with that. This was a good turn. We didn't gain anything, we didn't lose much. And I can relocate influence. Oh, we burned it on the space race, so actually the event doesn't happen. I'm just gonna play Captured Nazi Scientist, as the card says. I automatically succeed, I get the first animal in space. I get control of Romania, and he's going to use it for 1 influence, where they lost 2 victory points. That's just as good as 2 for me.
Приветствовать недавно принятые члены Организации Объединенных Наций и государства и передать им пожелания благополучия и процветания.
Okay, now we've got some things here. What do I want to headline with? I could headline with the China card, but there's no rush on that. What does the Brush War do again? Well, any country, roll the dice with every adjacent... I want to see, is there anywhere really good to headline a Brush War? DEFCON will let me go in the Middle East, but nowhere else. And I want to do somewhere where they don't have any control. There's actually be a good chance to take Panama. Let's do it. I'm going to headline a Brush War, and we're going to do it in Panama. So we get a basically it's a 50-50 shot, and if I get a VP and I take Panama. And I succeeded. Worth it. And then how does Missile Envy work? Highest valued operations card in his hand. Oh, so I have to give you the China card. I don't have a choice. Oh, it has to... Oh, the China card can't be given that way. Okay, I guess you get salt negotiations. Now everything's on the table. I could take Italy. doing? What are you deciding? Very curious. What on earth are you deciding? Why are you playing special? Oh, because of the stupid... Yeah. Well, this is a perfect time to end the game. I will try to explain what's going on a little bit better next time. I was just kind of learning the game at this point, and I know I didn't do a great job of commentary. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed the game. We're going to play this at the very least next week as well. We're in a good position. We've got positive 8 in our direction, but I'm not convinced that's going to be enough. We need to make a big push, and taking Italy will be a big part of that. Until next time, this has been Avindian. I hope you've enjoyed the game. If you have, please like, please subscribe. Again, comment down below if you have any questions or any suggestions for what to do next. And until next time, I bid you, do svidaniya.